Good morning. It's the morning of our 10th day at sea, and Wave Rover's had quite a night. Many times when the wind was gusting, we were doing well in excess of 8 knots. In fact, over the last 24 hours, Wave Rover has done more than 145 nautical miles. Now that's a new record for Wave Rover. That's just smashed the previous record of which was about 100 nautical miles. Now inside the boat we have all kinds of condensation forming. It's everywhere. It's very damp in here. It's on the ceiling. It's on the windows. Secondly, we received some bad news from Commander Buttons last night at Wave Rover's fixed base of operation, and that's my wife in Summerside, PEI. And she sent me a text saying that Lanzarote does not have any room in the marina for me. So that's 2 marinas now, Las Palmas and Lanzarote, 2 very large marinas that are absolutely full. And the Canaries is such that there's virtually no room to anchor. So you have to take a marina spot. So she's looking into some alternate marinas. They'll be farther away from services, which is unfortunate, but we'll have to see what we can do. And apart from that, around 4 o'clock this morning, I altered course and put us on a broad reach. So the motion inside the boat is far more comfortable now than it was over the previous 7.5 days when Wave Rover was going to windward. So we'll head outside, we'll take a look at the sunrise and take a look at the sea state. Very interesting. We have a crossing situation with another sailboat. We'll be passing close on his port side. This is very interesting, and I've been talking to him on the radio, but I'm not going to say any more. We'll go out on deck and we'll get a look at this sailboat. So that was something. It appears to be a 3-masted bark under greatly reduced sail, and amazingly, Wave Rover is traveling faster than that ship. Quite a mess. That's the fish stew on the floor. We just got pooped, cockpit filled up with water, and the lid from the saucepan went flying from the port side all the way over to the starboard side, hit the pot, threw it out of its gimbal, and now we have this mess to clean up. It's our 11th day at sea. It's shortly after sunrise, and Wave Rover is in a gale. Last night we had several contacts, and one of them gave me a great weather report and confirmed that we're in a gale, but also said that later today the gale should start to lift, and we should see an improvement by this evening somewhat. I can tell you right now, it's not as bad as it was last night. Between 2 and 4 in the morning, we were hit by just gust after gust after gust, and was laying Wave Rover on her side. Yesterday, probably around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it was obvious that the conditions were getting worse, and I dropped the main completely, and then we're now running under just the reefed head sail on a broad reach. We're about 150 miles from our destination, and I'm just about to head up on deck to make a minor adjustment to the vane gear. So I'm going to bring the camera with me, and we'll try to get some video. These are the type of conditions that I tie off in, even in the cockpit. Normally I only tie off with my tether when I go forward to deal with the sails, but under these conditions I tie off in the cockpit. And I'll tell you why: because you get hit by rogue waves under these conditions. Just a couple of minutes before I started the camera, I got hit by one. The wave is running about perpendicular to the seas right now, and it's quite powerful. And it hits the boat, and it just hits the boat like a freight train hit the boat. Huge noise, lots of shaking, and you would think that there would be damage, but Wave Rover, being so small and well built, is sustaining these blows without any problem so far. Join us next week as Wave Rover has no choice but to deploy her series drogue in order to maintain control during a gale.